Hi, I'm Rob, and this is Gems of War. This Guild Wars War 1 Purple Day, and we're up against the Moonlight Slayers. I'm in Mana Bombers, and we're top of bracket 2 at the moment, so that's a nice thing to see. And in this match, I'll be up against Mrs. Jedi, so let's watch out for some sneaky mind tricks. Alright, let's see what we got. This is Jedi. You got Essence of Evil, Gargoyle, Guard's Avatar, and High Paladin. So, Essence of Evil, really good weapon. Love this weapon. Inflicts all negative status effects on an enemy and explodes 39 gems of their mana colour. So, a very good weapon. Gargoyle actually gets better the higher level opponent you battle. It deals splash damage to an enemy boosted by all allies attack and explodes 2 gems. So, like I say, the more powerful the enemy, the more this weapon can work against them. Guard's Avatar. Looks like that's a low amount of damage at first, but it is boosted by its armour. So normally, you work a way to boost this thing's armour up, and it does even more damage. And basically the burn, undead, and silence daemon enemies does not affect me, so I've not got to worry about that. High Paladin works in a vaguely similar way to Guard's Avatar in the fact that it's boosted by its armour. So I'm surprised that there's no real armour boosting thing with this. Let's just take a look. They're in Priest. Okay, this is yeah, they got no real levels either, so this shouldn't be anything to worry about. Famous last words. I'm an Orbweaver class, and I'm going for a Thrall, Reflection of Good, Zul'Goth Leprechaun team. The way this team will work is Zul'Goth, as you probably know, kills an enemy outright, burns and freezes all remaining enemies, and creates 12 skulls. What will happen is, if we can't get any decent purple for Thrall at the beginning, because Thrall destroys a load of gems, we shall cast Leprechaun because he starts with a full mana and will explode a load of green, which will benefit the whole team regarding mana. Got Reflection of Good there. That's in second place. Grants all status effects to an ally, then explodes a load of gems with their mana colour. So that can be pretty nifty too. I'm half tempted to switch switches around a bit. So I'm in Orbweaver class, which is a great class. But if you run this team in something like Slayer or Sunspear and put the hero weapon to the top, and you've got one of those classes to 100 and you've got the Fireblade trait, you're going to benefit from triple skull damage. And when Zul'Goth kills someone, he freezes and burns the remaining enemies, and there's nobody there that is immune to burning, I don't think. So it's a little bit tempting to do that, but I'm not going to change it. I'll just explain what is good about Orbweaver class ever so briefly, because it is absolutely full of tricks. Banner wise, I'm in +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. And Orbweaver class, as I said, is absolutely full of some lovely little tricks and treats. It's superb. Immunity to mana burn, mana drain, and mana steal means you literally are safe from all those things. Get a 35% chance to summon a giant spider when you take damage. That even could be just from a explosion causing a single skull to get exploded, which causes 1 damage. You still get that benefit. That's really cool. Talent trees. If we get one of those summons, like a giant spider, if we lose Thrall at the beginning, then you can web a random enemy when I summon a troop, which reduces their magic to 0. Don't worry about these ones too much, none of them are actually relevant. Root Trap is really cool, you just entangle the first enemy at the start of battle. Dusk Aura, we get a Dark Storm at the start of battle, which is purple. We can't be targeted by spells. Dark Venom, we poison a random enemy when matching purple gems. And Rising Shadow is the best one. 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. Basically, Orbweaver class is full of more surprises than the trip to Thailand, and that is saying something. Right, so let's jump into battle with this. Here we go. Right, so we're looking for purple at first. We can't get any decent purple, and there's nothing spectacular there immediately, and there's a lovely smattering of green everywhere. And when you explode a gem, you explode the gem and all the gems around it. So I'll cast Leprechaun first. So that's worked out pretty decent. Now we'll cast that onto Thrall, because we're going to explode a load of his gems, which has charged up Zul. Now we'll get rid of their most dangerous person, which I think was Guard's Avatar. May as well take that and party. Now, because Thrall's already got like all the good status effects on him, like Reflect, Enrage and all the rest of it, we'll cast Reflection of Good onto Zool, because that will help get him charged up nice and fast. That happened very fast. That was fantastic. Thank you very much. And they're charged up, so they're going to do some damage, so I'll get rid of them. If I'm saying some obvious things, it's because I like to do my videos, so newer players hopefully benefit from some tactics side of things, if you like, and things like that as well. It's not just for the experienced players. I know early players will not have Zul'Goth yet, but they may, you know, still pick up some hints and tips as along the way. All right, we'll do that onto Zul again, see if we can get him charged up really fast again. This is going to be nearly there for him. Right, now we'll just collect this normally. I like to kill it by skulls, really. I don't like keep on doing the instant deaths by Zul'Goth. You don't get as many guildable points. There's that. I'm not one of these players that is particularly hell-bent on getting as many points from the game as possible. I just enjoy it. I want to see if I can kill it by skull death, and all them skulls are missed, so I'll just get rid of him. Settle for the easy win. And we had 3 out of 4 charged as well, so we got okay points from that. That was 3,273 points, I believe. So I'm quite happy with 4 more Mrs. Jedi. If Mrs. Jedi wants to just continue just joining in the fun here, then I'm happy with that. No disrespect to Mrs. Jedi. You may be an early player without some good troops yet, or the time to put into the game. But I did enjoy that fight. Thank you very much. Now, Lisa. What has Lisa got in store? The Dragon Soul, Boar Rider, Spirit Fox, and Princess Fizzbang. This is an interesting little mix. The Dragon Soul explodes 21 random gems in her case, and deals 8 damage to all enemies, boosted by number of dragon allies, and gains souls. Boar Rider removes a row. The gems are removed with no effect, and deals 41 damage to the first enemy and gains an extra turn. Spirit Fox will drain mana from an enemy, 7 mana that is, remove all yellow gems and deal 32 true damage boosted by gems removed. It does start with full mana, which is quite handy. Princess Fizzbang has a slightly random effect, gains an extra turn automatically as all goblins do, and either explodes all green gems or give 37 points of a random skill to a random ally, and if the ally is a goblin, give double the effect. So yeah, this is another strange team. I'm tempted to go hyper aggressive on this one and change to the Sun Spear team. Now I'll just keep it as it is. Right, so nothing fantastic on purple again, but a lovely smattering of green everywhere, so this benefits Leprechaun to cast more so than Thrall. I'm sticking with this team at the moment though, but if we come across an element of this team at any point, then I may change this team, or even swap out Leprechaun for Voice of Orpheus, so we had a cleanse. But yeah, let's start getting this boy charged up. Take that free skull hit. Now got Zul ready to go. They're stealthy, so just have to pick on one of the 2 other ones. But they're entangled, so they're not going to cause us any damage whatsoever. Got another skull whack there, but no real need to do that. Let's concentrate on getting Zul charged up. I'm expecting more from this side soon. These first 2 teams have been unusual teams to the ones you normally get. So I'm certainly expecting the level to be raised pretty soon. Might as well do that. Let's take him out of it before he steals some of our mana. And we got an extra turn too, which was sweet. Don't know what I took that for. That wasted a point in Guild Wars terms. What's the best way to get rid of the bang of fizz? See if we get a lucky couple of skulls.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Don't want to waste too many points doing this, because all I need is one skull hit. I'd rather do that than kill with Zulgoth. Get a 4-match that way, see if we get a skull alignment, and we did, so that will do it. And this might charge up Zulgoth at the same time, so we get a little extra, a few points from that as well. And it was 1,375 points. Who we got next? Magic Moon. Frost Mage. With Wrath, Obsidious, Doomglaive and Mercy. Mercy is going to be a pain. She's going to change our favourite colour, purple, to yellow. Doomglaive is pretty dangerous. Deals 63 damage to all enemies, +1 per champion level, and then converts brown to Doom Skulls. If the enemy has a Doom, which we don't, create 5 more, then gain 3 mana for each green enemy. So they're not going to get all the benefits from that, but it's still definitely something to watch out for. Obsidious is pretty dangerous. Deals 72, in this case, heavy splash damage to a random enemy, destroys a 5/5 block, and you get the benefit of the gems from them. And there's a 50% chance to deal 72 light splash damage to a random enemy. But one of the best things about him is that third trait, stun all enemies on 4 or 5 matches. That shouldn't matter too much for most of the time. But Wrath transforms blue to brown and yellow to skulls, enrages all allies and burns all enemies. So yeah, we've got to be careful of this one. I could use another team for this one. This one here is in the Elementalist class. It's a pretty fun team to use. The Reflection of Good grants myself, as you know by now, all the positive status effects and explodes a load of gems. Green Seer transforms a selected mana colour to green and entangles a random enemy. And when you do that, you'll be getting a lot of 4 matches at the same time, which is good because that screws up the other team. And when the first troop is entangled, the Wild Queen can then cast her spell in relative safety, steal up to 52 attack from an enemy and give it to the first ally, then create a massive mix of skulls and green gems. And Voices of Orpheus is there mainly for that cleanse, on just simply cleanse all allies when matching yellow gems. But I'm just going to check their traits ever so quickly. So they've got 25% chance to freeze. They get the snap freeze automatically. Just debating whether I need a cleanse in this team or not against this team. Their team isn't based around looping or anything like that, so don't particularly need to worry about that. Although Wrath is kind of dangerous. And if Mercy gets that convert early, this can be a pain. So I do want to make sure the first troop is entangled. Yep, and that's what you want, root trap. Make sure, just double check in there to be absolutely sure. But if she casts that first, she's going to cleanse him anyway, so it can be dangerous, this one, but hey ho, I'm going to jump straight in. That was a bit of a silly thing to do what it's done then. I don't actually use green, I just got that on autopilot, getting a 4 match, but it was much better to leave it there for Leprechaun to explode. So, but you've got to check this, purple to yellow. Alright, they've got 3 there. Mainly you're looking for 5 matches, or what gives the enemy an extra turn at least, and trying to avoid that if possible. Get that one there, but that is pretty much it. The rest of the time, they're going to set us up a little bit. Can take a chance and cast Leprechaun, but it's in the lap of the gods how the gems land afterwards, you see. There is a purple storm going on, so you get more purple, so there's more chance. No, I'm going to bring it. I'm going for it. Oh, that was a little bit lucky. Oof. You've got to take a chance in this game sometimes, you really have. Right, we don't use that, so we'll get rid of some of these yellows. See, now I wish I had Voice of Orpheus at the bottom, because we'd have been cleansed if I took those yellows. This is the game. Live and die by your own decisions. Right, come on, I need stuff to happen now. Thank you. Right. Even though Wrath is nearly dead. Right, let's work this out. Mercy's already cast, and she's nowhere near casting again. He's going to transform blue to brown and yellow to skulls. No, not an issue right now. So, right, if I get one skull hit with this, oh no, two, but I'm going to bring it and get rid of him straight away. Right, that worked, good. Got to be careful with Guild Wars sometimes. Sometimes it's easy to overthink stuff. Sometimes you just got to play with your instinct as you would have done if you're just playing a PvP game. When you get on those long streaks of wins, you just got to keep playing like that because it worked. So try and play as naturally as possible, I would suggest, most of the time. And let's take out the hero. See if Leprechaun can charge up the rest of the team. And Mercy is near death, and I wasn't paying attention then, and that was slightly silly. I could do with her hitting me again now, because I want to get a spider, so I'll finish with a full roster of troops. The summon doesn't actually, not summon, the colour change thing doesn't really matter anymore. Well, I'll do this anyway, see if you can charge up some of the team. Now I'm going to leave that for her, because I want her to take that. I'm not going to take that then, I'm going to let her do that. I want her to hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Oh, come on. Give me back my spider. Oh, come on. I'm going to end up dying at this rate. Oh well, I'm just going to have to get rid of her, because I was on the verge of losing the hero as well, but that was a bit of a shame that I couldn't summon the giant spider there. 1434. 3 out of 3. And long may it continue. Yalak. Okay, this is a good old looping goblin team. Norbert's Turnip. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by goblin allies, then creates a mix of 6 green and red gems for each goblin. They've got all goblins, so they're going to create the maximum amount they can of them. Gob Truffle. Deals 47 damage to all enemies, creates a mix of 14 green and brown gems, boosted by poisoned and diseased enemies, and gains the obligatory goblin extra turn. String Fiddler. Silences an enemy and explodes 12 gems of one of their mana colours and gains the extra turn, and has a Leaf Storm at the start of the battle. Flaming Oni. I really like Flaming Oni, so I think it's a decent troop. Summons 3 random goblins, then explodes a load of green gems and gets the extra turn. that does actually convert 2 red gems to burning gems when the turn begins, and summons a firestorm at the start. So bit of battle of the storms going on here. Now, to fight against these, we need to stop them in their tracks. We need to get 4 matches with Elementalist class, and we're not guaranteed 4 matches with this one. This one is a bit slower. It's not guaranteed to get going absolutely straight away, and we don't actually need Voice of Orpheus in there ourselves. We're not bothered too much about a cleanse, although String Fiddler can be annoying with that silence. Or shall I go a little bit far out and change this to Elementalist? Right, I am going to use this team again, but I'm going to change the team to Elementalist. One of the best ways of stopping these Goblin teams is to beat them at their own game. And freeze those suckers. So that's the plan. Get 1 or 2 of them frozen, and they are in a world of trouble. No automatic 4 matches. Not a huge amount of green everywhere, so not seeing any automatic 4 match or anything I can create. Not a ton of green, but maybe beneficial to cast it because there's lots of purple on the board. Okay, we've got a couple of freezers straight away, so that's good. And then we've got Zul'Goth charged up, so who should we take out first? We shall take out their hero. See you later, hero. Let's pass this on to Zul'Goth again. Get him charged up nice and early. Now get rid of String Fiddler. We've got the Skull Match on the last one. Now we've got to take out Flaming only before he casts, because otherwise he'll generate 3 more goblins to replace that lot. Don't really want to do it by Zul'Goth again. This should be good. This is going to be 2 fairly strong hits. Oh, he's so close. He is so close to casting. I'm going to play it safe. $1,651. Guild Wars points. Alright, and on to the last one. Saint Nicholas. It's of Evil, Mirage Queen, Wild Queen, Leprechaun. Good team this. I like these kind of teams. Mirage Queen is going to give the elementals a 50% start and curses all enemies and converts all green gems to Doom Skulls. Essence of Evil, on the other hand, will try and stop us in our tracks by casting that, and that will basically freeze us, entangle us, the whole lot. Wild Queen will steal up to 66 attack from an enemy and give it to my first ally. That's on their case, of course. And create a big mix of skulls and green. So the idea of this team is to entangle us first. So you cast Wild Queen in safety, and Leprechaun starts fully charged, so can explode those green at the beginning. So what's the best way to go about this team? Well, we definitely need a cleanse in this one, I think. We can fight fire with fire on the elementalist side of things, even though they don't rely on extra turns. But the thing is with Elementalist, not Elementalist, sorry, the Essence of Evil is, if that does decide to cast, let's say I swap over for Voice of Orpheus to get the cleanse. If this casts on Voice of Orpheus, it does actually defeat his stun, because Curse is part of the Essence of Evil. Obviously it's a negative status effect. So Voice of Orpheus, if this is cast on him, it renders my Intended cleanse. Useless. So we do have the cleanse in it with this. But I do want to entangle them at the start. So I am going to switch this back to Orbweaver. Something in my head is saying this is not entirely the correct way to go about this. Got that sneaky feeling. What other options have I got again? Some cleanse is better than no cleanse. But I've got mini cleanse in Reflection of Good. No, I'm going to stick to the theory of if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's it, I've pressed it. Too late now. Now I should have gone Elementalist. No, it's fine. This should be okay. Alright, we've got a nice 4 match there. And another one. And a ton of purple. Now, do we cast Leprechaun, or I'd like to leave him that, if I can. If I've got purple I can take and leave that at the same time. Normally the AI would take that sort of thing, but there's no purple that I want that I can do from that, so I may just cast Thrall instead. Actually I'm going to cast Leprechaun. It was just a slightly better layout of colours around green, which were the ones that I wanted to collect. Right, Wild Queen is ready to go for them, but they are entangled, so it's not a lot of good for them. I'll cast this on my Thrall so I can exact some revenge. Easy. More Wild Queen never goes quite as nuts as that. Alright, make sure we're not frozen first. I think we're going to have to take out Wild Queen, even though Mirage Queen is dangerous. It's helped massively by the fact that Wild Queen changes and creates all these green gems. So, oh dear, that was a bit annoying of them, but we did get our spider summon this time around, which was super duper handy. Nice. Cast Leprechaun. I'd rather have some mana charge. Oh wow, that was some handy Skull Bashage. Get this because I can get 4 match at the same time. Don't really want to lose another troop. It's not ideal. I'm not seeing a 4 match anywhere. Got to take that one, really? Oh, dag nabbit. Bloody Leprechaun caused me grief at the end. Would you even have thought it? Get out of it. Oh well. Lost 2 troops, but we did win, so it's 5-0. I'll take 5-0. It's fine. And 1,583 points there. So there is a 5-0 win. 9,316 is slightly mediocre, but it's okay. May look into that, see what other things can do differently next time. I think it's a lot of the time, when you kill with Zul'Goth, you get those auto kills. It does reduce the points slightly. If I'd have taken a bit more of a gamble and gone to the Slayer or Sunspear class, where you can use that Fireblade and get triple skull damage, that may have been a difference. Like you then have to put the Reflection of Good up to the top of the team to make sure you get that triple skull damage, but it is a gamble, because if you lose them early then you can be in a lot of trouble. But it's risk versus reward, and that's kind of what this game is all about. Well, there's a video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button, and hopefully see you tomorrow for day 2 of Guild Wars. Bye for now.